Good evening, good evening, my beautiful peoples. Good evening. And Grand Rising to all my overseas brothers and sisters. How y'all doing tonight, man? How y'all doing tonight? My beautiful people and my fellow Bildonians. As y'all can see, man, I made it to my destination, man. Y'all see my nice Airbnb in my back. You know what I'm saying, man? Got my piano back there. You know what I'm saying? Yo, man, first and foremost, man, I want to give a big ups to all my followers, fans, viewers, and subscribers, man. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and thumb up the video. Secondly, big ups to the best moderators in the podcasting game, man. Big ups to young boy Maya Bucks. Big ups to Master Teacher Fox Die. Big ups to TLS. Big ups to Professor Remo, my big bro. You ain't bringing up the real today. And my boy, Preston McKenzie, a.k.a. P-Mac. And we can't forget about the queens, man. You know, the first lady, Miss Gigi Gaming Palace. Then we got Miss Star Wars Markets, LLC. Also, we got last but not least, Miss CC Craven, Caroline, man, in the building. Hey, also, y'all, don't forget to check out, man, Lee in Chicago Pizza via Lux Restaurant, 17561 South Kedzie, located in Hazel Crest, Illinois. And right next door, check out Cafe where grown folks play, located 17553 South Kedzie, also in Hazel Crest, Illinois. And if you're on the far south side and you want some good soul food, check out Dan Soul Food and Bakery, man, 2523 West 79th Street. And if you're in the south suburban areas, don't forget to check out the House of Health and Wellness, located 1400 Torrance Avenue, Suite 213 in Calumet City. 82124 Bearded Conversation. We'll be throwing this first youth event / back to school rally, man. We're looking for music artists, vendors, and anybody to participate. Make that day positive and productive, man. If you can't be there in the physical, don't forget, hit the cash app, $ Bearded Bucks. That's $ Bearded Bucks. And for those in the back, that's $ Bearded Bucks. What is he? Also, man, check out the Instagram page off the block _ beer gang apparel for the merchandise and the site www.odb-beergangappeal.com. Good morning. Peace and blessings to everybody. Peace and blessings to the chat. Peace and blessings to the family. Hey, man, with that being said, I guess we can get to this Thumpin Thursday. Let's get to this Thumpin Thursday. Yo. What's going on, everybody? Grand Rising and good evening. I am your host, Beer Gang is Khan, man, and thank you for joining me on another beautiful episode of Bearded Conversation. Today is Thumpin Thursday, and as y'all can see, man, I ain't went nowhere. I'm still here. But went through a few difficulties, man. So my vacation gonna be cut short, so it ain't gonna be a week. It's only gonna be for a couple of days, man. So hopefully in the morning I get the joint, and then you know what I'm saying, I get down there by late, you know what I'm saying, Friday night, and then I'll be there in time at least to see my boys play, man. You know, that was my biggest, you know what I'm saying, issue. I done went broke, I done lost money. But hey, enough about my problems, man. Everybody got problems. We Gucci, you know what I'm saying? Hey, it'll come back just like it left, it'll come back. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, brother Freddie, my man? TLS, we done missed you, baby boy. Where you been at? You know what I'm saying? Where you been at, baby? Yo, also, man, y'all know, man, I'm still trying to reach my goal of 500. Well, I'm trying to, surpass that goal. But, just get to 500 subscribers, man, and then, to 1,000, and then on my way to many, many more. You know, not to, just say, I want to be a channel of just subscribers and followers. Because, again, I open and invite the platform and everybody. But, man, bring people on, man. If y'all know people, interesting people, man, people that want to come on and have, certain discourses or whatever the case may be, or got a topic that they want to, put out there, bring them on Bearded Conversation, man. Hey, big ups to Freddie. I appreciate Freddie. You know what I'm saying? Hey, big ups to brother Steven Nooms. You know what I'm saying? Also, y'all, check out the Skinny Podcast, man. Hey, big ups to Mega Tees in the building. You know, also, man, Willie Mays, I forgot to mention that yesterday. But not only Willie Mays, I believe Jerry West, not too long ago. We got Willie Mays yesterday. Then, OJ was OJ died, from the cancer. Man. man. So man, we just want to keep everybody, man, including the bearded conversation, man. We just want to keep those that didn't transition on, what I'm saying, to a better place and a better place. Ooh, I was confused that a better place and a better space for those that transition, man. I just ask that my audience just keep everybody in your prayers, thoughts, views, and meditations. You know what I'm saying, to keep the family covered. You know what I'm saying. Of course, it ain't nothing we really could do. You know what I'm saying. Also, Donald Sutherland, I believe, passed too as well. Yep, yep. Donald Sutherland. So, man, a lot of people been checking out lately. So, man, first and foremost, let's stump on bad health. I ain't gonna touch on it too long because we talk about it all the time. But brothers, and to the women, to the men and to the women, man, make sure we going to them doctors. Make sure we checking in. Checking out certain things. And for those that don't go, what I'm saying, take somebody with you. You know what I'm saying, so you can make that experience as comfortable as you can. Because I know ones don't like going to the doctor. What's up? But shout out to Beer Gang, myself. Shout out to Diablo in the chat, man. Big ups to Diablo in the chat, man. Y'all see me, man, at my Airbnb. You feel me? Got the fireplace. You know what I'm saying? Got the couch. You see the sunny outside. But yeah, man. Just make sure we taking care of ourselves. Big ups to my co-host, Roscoe, man. Same thing with him. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully he go get this outpatient surgery next month to clear up his thing he got going on. But yeah, man, we just got to take care of ourselves. And don't get me wrong, sometimes age, time, a lot of things we can't beat. So, but some things we can prevent and we can, potentially prolong, because ain't nobody got the secret of everlasting life. You know what I'm saying? So, but we still can be a little bit more conscious and what I'm saying, and a little bit more healthier, in what we eat and how we live. You know what I'm saying? And how we treat people, because stress. So when I say treat people and how stress is, man, you can't be hollering all the time, upset all the time, things of that nature. You can't let little things bother you. You know what I'm saying? Because all that takes years off your life. So yeah, man, just big ups to health, man. And I just want everybody to, man, stay healthy, man. Go run, go meditate, do some breathing exercises, something, get some type of physical activity, to get the heart pumping, get the cardio going. I ain't saying you got to be in the gym like Arnold Schwarzenegger. You know what I'm saying? It's just, just stay healthy, baby. Everybody, babies too, man. Get the kids out the house. A lot of kids play the video games, man. Get their ass off that couch, get them off the game. But yeah, man, as y'all can see, man, I'm solo dolo tonight again, as usual. Wow, I don't know where Roscoe at, man. I hit him, he ain't hit me back. But Roscoe phone messed up, man. So trying to help that brother get a phone so we can stay in contact with each other. Yeah, man. But it's Thumping Thursday, man. What we thumping on tonight, y'all? What we got going on? What we got going on? What we got going on? Well, few things that I wanted to talk about. Few things. I had a few things that I wanted to talk about. Let me see. Where is it? So yeah, just picking up from where we left off a couple of days ago with the unalivings and deaths and shootings in Chicago. A 14-year-old girl was shot while riding in a car Thursday morning. So that happened today in the Gresham neighborhood on Chicago's South Side. Just after midnight, the girl was inside a vehicle when someone shot in her direction in the 81st, in the 8100 block of South Ashland Avenue. According to police, the girl was shot once in the shoulder and then was transported to Coleman's Children's Hospital, where she was listed in stable condition. No one was arrested in connection with the shooting. Area detectives have launched an investigation. You know, we talk about police brutality. We talk about how we don't want this or that in our neighborhoods, man. We need some cameras up, y'all. What happened to the businesses, man, when we had the cameras up and we could see what was going on? I know a lot of times, you might not want that in your community, especially young folks doing what they do, what they, you know what I'm saying, organizational, extracurricular activities, I'm going to say. But so, cameras, and then, the privacy, but when stuff like this happen and it continues to happen, especially like 12 a.m., um, now, again, I'm not going to speak like, but she was a 14-year-old girl. But let's just say for the sake of this conversation, well, because we don't know what's happening, what's going on. But for the sake of this, from my understanding, she didn't know nobody. She was riding in the car. First of all, I don't even know why. Was she with a parent? Who was she with? What kind of responsible adult would have her out at 12 o'clock? But then again, we don't know where it coming from, the circumstances. Not trying to, talk about the person that she was with, but even with the act of violence, well, why are you out at 12 midnight the next day shooting at people? It makes no sense, man. It makes no sense. Do I have an answer to the violence? No, I don't have an answer to it. Um, like I always say, we come up here and we thump on certain things on Thumping Thursday. We get wild on Wednesdays. We try to be a little toxic on Tuesdays, and then we try to dedicate, what I'm saying, the show on Mondays, it's Manly Man Day. So we try to we you know what I'm saying? And we try to talk on them days, and wherever the conversation may go, we still wind up, making it a communal thing, and we try to find solutions to a lot of these things. And I frequently often say, well, you know, I'm never trying to stop any of these things from happening. All I'm trying to do is maybe slow down or put an obstacle in front of these, some of these things. Unaliving, um, pillaging, conquering, violence, negativity, things of this nature has been around since the beginning of the time, since the beginning of inception. Um, I don't know if this is a gene or something distinctive. And I'm not just going to say to our people, because, our people do it mostly to each other, well, you know what, I can't say my people, because when we all one people. So people do it inherently to each other. Don't matter the race, don't matter the culture. Now, you might say sometime, well, in the black community, they go that word again, or the melanated community, they savages, look what they do to each other, look how they live, and they on top of each other. But then you got to look at the circumstance, you got to look at the cycle. It's a lot of things that go into that. And then, it's like this. It's like this. Because you can say, because I always say, well, hell, we can't still be in the same predicament, in the same situations, and having the same cognitive dissonance about things when we living, when we going through it, when we seeing it, when we suffering. Not everybody is oppressed. And don't get me wrong, because my moderator like to say, well, I never had oppression, or my kids don't, and I understand that and I get that. But it's people out here that might meet those criterias. And I don't give a hell what color you are. You can be discriminated against. It don't matter what color, what your skin color is, what your gender is, what your height is, what your weight is. There's always going to be some type of something that people, period, in general, um, is going to dislike, or going to have some type of negative juncture, or something just to say, or but my thing is, we as a people, man, we got to know that, it's they doing it for a reason. A lot of this propaganda, a lot of this self-division, a lot of the things that's happening to us are happening for a reason. And whatever you can fathom in your mind for this reason to be, whether it be political control, whether it be spiritual control, or whether it's just to keep the people down, and have a foot on their neck, just so they don't know that they can rise. And I'm talking about the government. And when I say the government, because the government is supposed to work for us. Government, in actuality, government is nothing but our government is supposed to be the civil servant. I don't give a hell if you're in UK, if you're in America, if you're overseas, ain't no more kings, ain't no more queens. I mean, people still can have a little honorary title, or whatever the case may be. And I'm not gonna speak on that too much, because I'm not gonna get into the hierarchy, or I mean the monarchy, and how that secession works, and if it's still actually um, authoritative, and has some type of, you know, pull, or, you know what I'm saying, or say so and what go on. Because, all that king and queen and pharaoh and whatever, the soots or whatever you want to call the ancients, all that's gone, all that's died out. So in today's society, the democracy is supposed to be a republic, I guess. And, they supposed to be our civil servants, just like the police, just like the doctor. Like when you go to a doctor and you go to the lawyer and they get to telling you something you don't understand, you tell them to slow down. Just like when something happened to you, if you live in your life as a productive citizen of whatever state or whatever province or whatever country or whatever county you're in, if you call the police, they should be able to assist you because they public servants. You know what I'm saying? They're supposed to serve and protect. Now we know whatever. But again, same thing with our senators, our aldermen, our representatives. They're supposed to be servants, servants of us. And the sooner we realize that, and we stop this, see, like I say, the division. There's nothing wrong with, again, like I say, you being this. Now, it was a time that I thought that we need to shake that, you know, because but then here we go. You would have to implant that seed from the inception of that person to actually change or mold or evolutionize a group of people. And since we don't have that, and some people, we still make, messed up choices, or we still make messed up decisions. Whether you try to do that now, infuse that in now, and try to teach your old dog new tricks, it might not take to everybody. So you still gonna always have some type of separation, or even if we try to do things together and to try to uplift the community or bring the people out of whatever type of dire or tragic situation we in, we still always, always revert back to, well, you know, it ain't about that. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I said, I don't mind you being a Hebrew Israelite. I don't mind you being a Catholic. I don't mind you being this. I don't mind you being that. I don't mind you being none of these things, as long as we can come together and work on, some communal, can't even get it out, communal type stuff. Meaning where, we got a society where, just like this society, that's how this society is running. You know what I'm saying? We got all different type of religions, we got all different type of beliefs, we got all different type of industries and jobs, and they letting the people take part and choose what they want to do. So if we can come together for a communal uh 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 goal, and still keep and do whatever the hell, we doing, you know we can kind of build a structure where we can start doing the things that I be talking about, like the education. Because who don't nobody listen. I don't care who you are. Don't nobody people want to be looked at or treated inhumanely or like savages. I know we talk about the migrants that come over here and why they here. And don't get me wrong. Honestly, in my honest opinion, do I wish they wasn't here? Yeah. But the thing is, I'm still a loving, caring person. So now, do I believe they should have all the advantages that they have, that they've been given? No, I don't think they should have all these advantages. The only reason I say that is because, and not being selfish, is because they not taking care of us over here. You know, they're not taking care of us over here. All the United States of America, I'm sorry, the corporation of America doing is laundering money. They sending money over there to the Ukraine, supposed to be funding the war. They washing money, man. That's all they doing. They washing money, trying to keep up with China's economical growth. That's what the United States is trying to do. Well, that's what they doing. I hope, I hope it worked for them. I hope it worked for them, because man, a lot of people trying to say we're in a nuclear age. I've been hearing this a lot lately. We're in a nuclear age. Some people think we just touched the beginning. Some people think we've been there. But due to technology and technological advances, I wouldn't say we've been there. I say we started, but okay, yeah, the atom bomb, but that no. It's been some documents and some reports and some interviews and some things dropped, and they trying to say that they trying to decipher where we at in this stage. Some people think we at the end of this stage. So, and if we at the end of this nuclear stage, then that means that a lot of this stuff had to already be tested. A lot of this stuff had to already be done. Uh, but where was it done? I mean, man, it's a lot, you know. And people could, y'all could say it's conspiracy, but we just looking at the facts and we looking at the things that's being presented to us, man. So if we in a nuclear age, and for me, a nuclear age, would be we dropping bombs, and we going to war with other countries with the bombs. I ain't seen none of that yet. I ain't seen none of that yet. Also, damn, man, where it go? Where it go? Lollapalooza. Yeah, Chicago got a Lollapalooza. For y'all that like Lollapalooza in Chicago, I really don't do too much of that. I seen something about, where it go, man? Hold on, y'all. Oh, there you go. Check this out. I wanted to read this to the people, man, because and I'll be trying to make it like it's all about a specific. Oh, before I do that, let me do this. Also, not only with that 14-year-old girl, that got shot in the car. I forgot about this. A 7-year-old dies in a fire this weekend in South Shore. So I'm in the South Shore area. So a little 7-year-old boy died. It was a fire this past Saturday. I know we into the week, but I forgot to talk about this as well. A 24-year-old woman was found dead at the scene, and a 2-year-old boy. A 27-year-old man and 24-year-old woman were transported to local hospitals in good condition. At least 23 people were dispatched as a result of the fire. Cause is not available at this time. I'm trying to see, where did the fire actually take place. This is a real short article. It don't even tell. It just says so one dead, 2 adults, 2 children injured at the South Shore apartment fire, but it doesn't say. It just said South Shore area. I'm trying to figure out. Okay, 2400 block of East 78th Street. So 2400. So for people in the city, that's like right around Jeffrey. What's going on, brother Preston? That's like right around Jeffrey. Brother Steve, what's going on? That's like right around Jeffrey. Oh man, y'all, hold on. I'll say it ain't so, say it ain't so, say it ain't so. Is this a dream? This got to be a dream. What's going on, brother?
My dear brother Numsy, how you feeling?
Hey man, my dear sweet brother Numsy. Hey man, we missed you, man. We were just talking about you, man, and I'm like, man, I ain't even called to check on my bro to see if he all right and none of that shit. So I'm like, man, after the show,
my bad. I got your text.
You know what I'm saying? I forgot you had said that you was doing the summer school thing, teaching the kids.
Yeah. That's why I got tied up. We got a whole new roster, and I had a whole new bunch of personalities to deal with. So that's why when I come home, I'm not able to to talk online because I'm like,
Yeah. So how's summer school going with the kids though? How that's going?
It's really tough because the duration is not as long. So a lot of people think it's sweet, but that's relatively, if my calculations are correct, about maybe 3.5 weeks, maybe 4. But it shortens because of the holiday. We just had Juneteenth, and I was at the cookout. You know where I be as far as the Prince Hall family, and I'm still trying to get grades corrected because people are already worried they're gonna fail. It's been tough.
Yeah, I got a couple of kids that's supposed to be in summer school too. This don't make no sense. I told them, all right, y'all keep on.
No, summer school is shorter. It's summer, and they didn't understand that. And it was a whole. Yeah, we'll talk later, but it's rough.
Steve say, how can we celebrate Juneteenth? And you know what? And I actually said we're going to do this ourselves regarding violence. Yeah, we need to, because we need to start policing ourselves. And I know a lot of people out there, especially my homeboy Steven Noon, don't believe in snitching, but I'm snitching, man. Stop killing the kids. But
you going back to the conduct again, bro?
Yeah. So with the Juneteenth thing, this is another thing that I wanted to bring out about Juneteenth. I actually didn't do nothing for Juneteenth. So Republican candidate tells Black Americans to leave U.S. in Juneteenth message. A Republican candidate from Missouri, Secretary of State, has told Black Americans who do not like the country to kindly leave in a video posted on the eve of Juneteenth. Valentina Gomez, who previously caused outrage for urging voters not to be weak and gay, accused the federal holiday commemorating the end of slavery in the U.S. of being the most wretched holiday and that Black people should no longer be seeking reparations. The video from Gomez, a staunch Donald Trump supporter, arrived there. They know how to. Hey, y'all, they know how to do it. They're gonna attach Trump to it. So a staunch Donald Trump supporter arrived days after former president 2024 campaign team announced a Black Americans for Trump initiative to try to persuade African Americans to support the Republican in November's race again against Joe Biden. The coalition includes Representative Byron Donalds of Florida and South Carolina Senator Tim Scott. Gomez posted her latest video on X, formerly Twitter, attacking the Juneteenth, saying, "If you don't like America, get the fuck." I mean, GTFO. Y'all know what it is. Um, yeah, wow. So what do y'all think about that? Oh, hold on, wait a minute. She ain't done. So she says reparations from slavery and black victimization is about to be shoved down our throats for the most wretched holiday in America, Gomez said. BLM raised millions, and what did they do for black lives? It out it is outrageous to see people ask for reparations even though they never went through slavery. These ungrateful people should be celebrating because they were born in the greatest nation to ever exist. Here's a tip. If you don't like America, kindly get the F out. The video ends with a photo of her posing with an assault rifle while dressed in military style clothes. Gomez, a 25-year-old immigrant from Colombia, has never served in the military. In addition, an additional statement in Newsweek, Gomez stood by her inflammatory tweet, repeating her view of reparations and that those who don't like America should GTFO. Gomez is one of the 8 Republican candidates running for Secretary of State in Missouri. The GOP primary for candidacy will take place on August 6th. Trump has just to endorse anyone in the race. Juneteenth became recognized as a federal holiday by Biden in June 2021, becoming the first new federal holiday since MLK was adopted in 1983. Gomez previously received backlash for the video in which she made disparaging remarks about being gay while jogging through pro LGBTQ plus area of St. Louis, Missouri. I wanted to make sure I said that right. That's why I did that. And a bulletproof vest. You know what? I'm not gonna keep going on about that article. So for me, man, honestly, I'm gonna tell the people I feel about Juneteenth how I feel about Black History Month. The hell with it. Because I feel as though like I tell the people, my melanated brothers and sisters, and don't get me wrong, man, this ain't about a separation thing. This is about a self respect, a self gratification. Making people feel good about themselves. When they've been mistreated for so long. And don't get me wrong, not necessarily being mistreated because of others' actions, but we can say as a cultural group or as a cultural racial specific separated group, we kind of help the narrative along with some of the things that we do. But I mean, we couldn't be no more egregious than the people who hung us. Who had kids out there sitting right next to it. So this whole system or this whole development or this whole social thing of racism and being a racist is just is horrible. Just like the behavior that we display amidst of the slavery, after post-slavery, the things that we do, the mindset that we have now. I do like to say sometimes that due to a lot of philosophical and psychological traditions that the European have taught themselves and developed within their own economic, educational, and social systems that we go by because we've been indoctrinated by them. Um, yeah, sometimes some of the things that we do, because of the environments that they manipulate and control, they cause a certain thing. You know what I'm saying? But again, you still have a choice. You still can make a decision, a well thought out decision, which a lot of us don't do as child or adults, and we expect our children to make good decisions when we don't. You know what I'm saying? But for me, Juneteenth, bro. I mean, and don't get me wrong, man. I'm not saying that it's bad, that it's not a good thing to want to celebrate. Um, you know, the so-called abolishing or freedom of slavery, which is really not a freedom of slavery. Slavery is really not abolished. You know what I'm saying? You got to read the literature. You got to read their literature to understand what's going on. Read the Constitution, understand the Constitution. When you read a lot of these things, like when I tell people on the show, me, Master Teacher, Remo, or anybody that come on, when they say they quotes or they tell y'all a certain article or things to go read, get you a thesaurus, get you a dictionary, get you a notebook and a pen. Read these things that you don't understand that you can't pronounce. Write them down, look them up, see what they mean, then put it in reference and uh, and inference and the proper context of what you're reading. You know what I'm saying? And I know my people's, man, my audience, man. I got a small audience. Not saying that everybody needs a thesaurus. I still do that, for my own self. Check. You know what I'm saying? But man, like we need to read and understand the things that we read, and understand the knowledge and things that we intake. And so when you go read these medical journals, or go read these historical books, or you go read these archaeological reports, we need to understand what we read. When you're reading the Constitution, you need to understand what we read. You need to understand what the three-fifths law mean. You need to understand what the actual abolishment of slavery mean, because when you become imprisoned, you can become enslaved. And it states that you are a slave. That's why they got amendments, man. These amendments are not set in stone. That's why they can be amended. But they do have laws and proper things that's inside of this Constitution that they don't change and that they won't change. But again, back to Juneteenth for me, bro. I can say the hell with Juneteenth. I say the hell with Black History Month, because, like I say, man, we create history 365 days as long as we breathe. You know what I'm saying? Juneteenth, a celebration of that day. We should have been took our freedom. We should have been fought back for that. Not civil rights. We should have been standing up, standing 10 toes down, as the youngsters say. You know what I'm saying? We should have been in the forefronts. We should have been fighting for what we think. We let everybody else do it, and then we attach ourselves to everybody else. See, yeah, black. Like with the article with the Black Lives Matter had a whole different agenda. And we knew that, and a lot of people knew that. Just like everything, bro. You think these designers that make these clothes really want certain people making their clothes? You really think that these people who open up these restaurants really want certain people? That's the racism. That's the racist shit in people. You know what I'm saying? But guess what we do? We still go back. And if somebody was racist towards you and they wanted to spend their money with you, guess what you're gonna do? You're gonna take their money. I mean, I would. Business is business. You know what I'm saying? As far as I'm concerned, you know, that joint I sent you. Okay, well, I got you. I got you. This is a tricky discussion. I mean, yeah, and I like tricky discussions. I like this is a liberal arts debate. Well, not even a debate, just an opinion. You know what I'm saying? Black law. Oh yeah, hey, Black Law Dictionary. Yeah, yeah. So
No, I only say that because you referencing things from Black's Law, like how you're not actually human, and what a company is versus all
yeah,
that. But even
yeah.
more so, you hitting it on the head, be not to cut you off.
Go ahead.
BLM in that article is tricky because if you're fighting against Juneteenth, then why didn't you fight against all these other liberal ideas that you put into law? And they're actually paid more because these laws are passed. Like if you like identify as these things, I hate to say it, you you're gonna get a pay cut on that, and it makes it harder for to move forward or advance and be progressive because you kind of saying this is bad, but these things are not bad, but you've been over decades passing these things. Why don't you respect this too? And also the coup de grace, if you not notice that June turned into a Pride Month, there's other things to be honored in that month, like men's health. We talked about that.
Yeah,
Also,
I forgot.
so
I forgot.
we plan we was we call it in the old school days when we talked about religion be good cherry picking, and that's why it's slippery. I'm gonna leave that.
He said that's why I slept. And I forgot everybody. Yeah, June is supposed to be men's health month. But every manly man day, every day of the year, every manly man day, I try to get the brothers check in with the brothers, make sure they are, update them on sports, see how everybody health doing, how everybody mental doing, how everybody spiritual doing. You know what I'm saying? To make sure everybody all right. Brother Steve in the building. What's going on, brother Steve? But yeah, so what the June, and then again, bro. So, and a lot of people, y'all, so check this out. Even when slavery was abolished, do y'all know that in some parts, in some places of the world, it still carried on for years? I mean, years. And they never told the people, and they were still working and beating these people and still mistreating these people. Hey, but you know what I want to see, bro? Hey man, we need to build a time machine, man. I would love to see how all this started and formulated and
Did you
came.
watch that show, Doctor Who? I told you about.
No, I didn't get a chance to watch the Doctor
Yeah, watch
Who.
the new series. That's your time machine and all the physics involved, but it still don't look good because you change one thing in the past, you mess up something. It's kind of like Back to the Future. You gotta mess things up.
Yeah, the time continuum you can't.
You're
So
right. That's the word.
I wonder, is that a real thing?
In physics, it is, sir. But I mean,
I'm saying, so so we only know time to exist because we put a digit value on it, right?
yeah, but you're forgetting about the proponent of light, how we see, how things are perceived. Light. And if you change one particle, you change the whole wave, if you know what I mean.
Well, speaking of that, everything is light. Everything is a
True.
particle. Everything is a wave. See, and people like this microphone, these headphones, all this is
Those are
actual.
sound waves. You're right. You on the money.
This is, and our minds just make it seem solid. We should be able to phase through these things. Like this is really, it really ain't real.
Yeah, but we don't know how yet. We're dealing with our five senses. We don't have a sixth or seventh. You know what I mean?
Yeah. A lot of people.
That's where science comes in.
Yeah. I love. Yeah. That'd be dope sometimes. I just don't do the mathematics. Hey man, but
Appreciate you admitted that.
I just don't do the mathematics. Hey man, look, I ain't gonna be no Terrence Howard, man. You know what I'm saying?
I wasn't even saying nothing about that. See, look at you.
Hey, but nah, but I rock with Terrence though. I think he owns something, man.
A lot of people, a lot of the nobles came to me about him, bro. Like it was a hot topic. I'm glad you brought it up first, but like now nobles hit me because they knew I was a physics teacher. And it was like, yo, peer review that exists in sciences. It does, and mathematics. Sorry.
Yeah, he might be on to. I mean, he might be off on a few things.
Exactly. He just got to do his math.
And then I've been, because I be telling everybody to watch Billy Carson's, man. So Billy Carson's, man, this guy. So now he rocking with. Now listen, y'all. So when I tell y'all to go watch people and to go check people out, some of it is informational. Some of it can be
It'd be partial. I'll give you credit. It'd be 50%.
Yeah,
50% you got to still discern.
Yeah, but see, because even with reputable, oh my goodness, with good sources,
reputable sources. I know what you're trying to say.
Yeah, reputable sources. Even with that, still in all, you still have to do your proper due diligence and vetting, because guess what? If that wasn't the case, the very first scholar who wrote something down, his work wouldn't be amended as the years go on because things change and different things going. You know what I'm saying?
You should be a lecturer. I'm proud of you. Conjectures are not always true until they're challenged. Huh?
Yeah. Work. Everybody work is still always it's improving. Hell, if the universe is expanding, why is it shit? Knowledge is too. Time is too. If all this is a real thing, it should be expanding with it, right?
Especially in theory, yeah.
Yeah, in theory, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Especially if everything is all cohesive, like theoretical physicists believe, especially with string theory. Hey man, y'all in the building, man, hit them like that. Yeah. You ain't know I was gonna hit
I
you.
saw that little line drop. Okay, you been doing your studying. Okay.
Yeah. Hey y'all, man, hit that like button, man. Mash that like button. Also, man, if y'all want to come in, look, we ain't gotta have Neil deGrasse Tyson type conversations, Let's stop it Thursday, man. I'm supposed to be
We already
thumping.
covered that though.
You know, I just want to let the people know, man. Y'all more than welcome, man. Look, there go that link. Come in the chat.
Yeah, I would say jump in. Like I'm supporting the brother. The likes up, jump in, have a discussion, have a conversation. It's better than you texting or typing. Get in, get experience.
Yeah, definitely it is. And then I really get the conjecture of actually the voice of what you're trying to say. And I can sit here and argue and go back and forth with you and tell you.
Yeah, because typing don't do it. Yeah, you're right.
Not that I'm saying anybody wrong, man. I love my people here, man. We're a family, man.
I agree. It's just a better experience.
Yeah, just a better experience. We can always agree to disagree. We can always agree to disagree. But man, also y'all, don't forget if you out here in the city, man, in Chicago, Miss Star Wars Mark, Miss Kimber. Miss Kimber, she officially opened up her lots. I'm gonna get with her and see, get in contact with her and see when because she said every Wednesday, in June, when she opened up, she was gonna start giving away produce. So, I'm gonna check in with her and see how that's going, and let the people know. You know what I'm saying? So stay in tune for that, man. Miss Kimber, man.
What about that video you did that I missed? I don't know if it was a week ago but you was in a cafe. I was like, oh, he changed scenes. He looked all professional. Oh, check him out. But I also sad I missed it, but I had too much going on with the kids. I was like, oh, it was a short session, but you really changed the look. You upgraded. What was that venue?
That was the Urban Luck Cafe. Make sure y'all check that out too, man. 2911 East 79th Street. It's called the Urban Lux Cafe. So that was the owner of the cafe. Her name was Dewan D. Martin.
Nice.
Well, it's Dewan, but she liked to be called D because of the name.
I watched the interview. I was like, oh, he getting classy. Okay.
So what I'm saying, I really enjoyed that. I thought the interview went well. I was supposed to edit the interview. I didn't have time.
It went well too. What went wrong?
I was on a laptop and it timed out on me.
Oh, okay. You being petty. All right, okay.
Mm-hmm. And the laptop timed out on me. So when it timed out on me, but I was gonna splice it, but Roscoe was like, "Go ahead, play the interview." So I found it.
Yeah. I mean, because that was like an upgrade. Like you moving around, kind of like most podcasters and stuff. So
yeah, and I thought I did okay. There's a few things that just looking at the interview, it was okay, but it was a few things that I could have did a lot better. Roscoe, he was here with me when we played the interview. He critiqued it and gave me a few things that I could have done, but overall, for the most part, he said a pretty good job. I thought I did a good job. It was informative. I got it to open up. When you're doing stuff like that, you got to humble yourself. Which I know I had to because I'm a strong individual, and then you try to want to be biased in interviews. You don't want to go into an interview. I don't care how much you know about the person or don't know about the person. You don't want to go into an interview with a bias.
So you meant to say you came in meaning to be unbiased, because bias means you have.
I mean, that's what I mean. Unbiased. I'm sorry. Yeah, unbiased, because when you bias and you got a certain, what I'm saying,
frame of thinking or point of view.
Or point of view about that person already. It kind of, so whether you know it or not. See, well, I didn't know her, but how you meet people and you get a certain vibe from certain people. Not saying that I got a bad vibe from her, but you just know what to do and what not to do around certain people. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So that's why I thought I handled that within myself real well, and the interview went great. You know what I'm saying. Our energy was positive. It was strong. I was positive. I was strong. You know what I'm saying. I tried to be a little bit more jovial than usual with the interview. So yeah, I think it went great. So I'm gonna try to do a little bit more of those. Um, as often as I can. I'm still trying to get to North Carolina, y'all. I'm supposed to be leaving in the morning. Glenn be in the building. So I look, yeah, look, you see my Airbnb
He
in the
said, "I
back.
just woke up."
He said, "Where you at, bro?" Well, you know what I'm saying? So man, long story,
His
y'all.
virtual Airbnb.
Yeah. So hopefully I should be in NC in the morning. Well, not in the morning, late tomorrow night, so I can catch my boys' game. Man, I've been going through hell trying to get up out of Chicago, y'all, and rent a car. But I finally think, what I'm saying, I done, had a successful attempt. But yeah, man. So I want to get out, and I probably do an interview out there, man. Pre-recorded interview and interview the coaches and some of the kids out there too. So that'll be a good thing. You know what I'm saying? And then I could just upload those later. Um,
You
but
can't.
yeah, man. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get out there and do a little bit more of that, man. Finding people in the community, what I'm saying, that's doing positive things. And just just displaying that. And then she do different things on she closed Monday and Tuesday, but Wednesdays through Sunday, she has different things going on. Wednesday might be open mic night. Thursday might be karaoke night. Friday might be comedy night. Sunday might be game night. You know what I'm saying? She try to, and then she also stated that a lot of the community, that's what we finna thump on, brother. Check it out. She said a lot of the community, only about 1 to 2% of the community actually come in and frequent the store or patronize the store. But she says there's still a need for it because she said when she said community, her community was just our people, period, or people in general who have a use for the things that her cafe offers, especially like with the open mics and the doing the music, or to have a place to have a meeting, what I'm saying, outside of where they're from, or just a place to get away. Because and not saying that this I'm not down into my side of town, but when you're used to a certain setting or certain scenery, you know, when you get over here, you might think this, oh, well, this ain't too bad. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that you go say that, but I'm just saying, just get people out of different, get people in a different frame of mind. So she was like, well, I got a community that really need this. So yeah. But my thing is this. See, this is one of the things earlier that I was speaking about, bro. We don't support one another. All the people that she said was coming there with babe, don't get me wrong, it's cool to have people that that's going to support you and that's going to come out for you, as they should. But when you trying to do things and grow the community, bro, because that's a nice. At first, it was a bikers club, and it went from a bikers club. Then they started renting out and letting parties go on in there, and doing these parties. A lot of crazy things was starting to happen. Now, and it was a store on the corner. Now they didn't tore the store down. Um, and there was a lot next to and it's a nice building, it's a nice brick building. What I'm saying, she got the nice shutters, big picture glass window when you look inside of the cafe. The cafe is very clean, AC. It's a nice, it's pretty decent size. I'm saying, the ambiance, the music, it's okay. For something of that nature to be over here where it's at, I think that it's an improvement. And then to have these specific things going on, starting at 6:30 to about 9, 10 o'clock at night, where we can come in and listen to good music. She be having live bands on Sunday. I forgot what days it is. Stuff like that. Musicians coming in. That can inspire. That's why I say we need to support. It's probably
Therapeutic. You're right though.
yeah, it's probably a young man or a young lady in the community, man. And you know what? I told her, have she ever tried to get out? She said she got some people that working in front of the community, but like maybe they're not the right people. Maybe you should get out and start pulling people in that you to walk these blocks. I mean,
Maybe you should. You walk the blocks with me.
you know what I'm saying? And start pulling people in. Because, like I say, maybe it's a young man or a young lady on one of these nights that you got a live musician in there, and then inspires them, and they be like, man, I always wanted to do that, or man, but can you show me how to, or do you know someone that can teach me that, or when she have a comedy night, there might be a funny brother in the hood, he might think he funny, but might have want to try comedy, and he might not be wanting to come in, and you pull him in. That's why I told her, get out and walk the community, man. But we got to support the people, though. We can't be scared to support our people. you know, most definitely we can't be scared to support our people, man. You know, when we doing things like that, you know, it's good to now. I haven't had the food. Ooh, it's 42 degrees. Ooh. What's the weather like here? What's the weather? What's the weather like where we at, man? Y'all, that's for y'all, man.
That's a very, very high. I just did the calculation. It's 107.5 calculated for here in Fahrenheit. He's in Celsius. That's that we're international metric.
I forgot. Yeah, I forgot he in Canada. Damn, so it's hot as hell. Yeah.
So it's measured differently, but that's the equivalent here. So it's pretty hot.
Yeah, it's hot as hell. We ain't that hot. It's only like 65 right now. Yeah,
that means my man got a tank top on and he's sweating.
Yeah, well, you in Arizona, my boy. Arizona like that hot right now. Ooh, 100. Ooh, what y'all doing? Is it a dry heat in Canada though?
He just said it.
Still having very real weather. Last few weeks, dirty rain. How's the weather over there? It's not raining over here. It's 65. It's been pretty hot. It's been pretty
dirty
hot.
Rain is not good as regular rain because rain is hotter. So it's like the water comes down hot, rain droplets. You're getting a shower, hot heat.
Let's look that up. I ain't never heard of dirty rain. I really never heard of dirty rain. I ain't never heard of it. Let me see. Where you at? Brother Steve, you say it's 42 degrees Celsius. Man, oh man.
Don't read this. It says rain dust or snow dust, traditionally known as muddy rain, red rain. It's not good. That's like rain with density. Or color rain is a variety of rain which contains enough mineral dust. You got minerals in the water coming down and heat. Well, heat is a conductor of metal. You got minerals, and you can go on with that. It's pretty hot over there.
Well, don't we need minerals?
We need minerals, but not minerals that are heated. It's like metallic pieces hitting you in the face, bro.
Yeah, I know.
That are hot. It's like volcanic rain. Not cute.
Ooh, air pollution often causes rain to leave stains or dust after it evaporates. In Mexico, they say the leaves show dust marks after left by rain dust. Oh, in near Paris, France. Man, that's what y'all rain do, leave dust out there, man. What the hell?
He said hot in the text.
Jeez.
That's what I thought.
Don't get me wrong, it's humid as hell out here. You know, when the heat kick in out here, kick in. But
we get regular rain though. Not dirty rain.
We get regular rain. But you know, I've been sweating my butt off for the past couple of days, man. It's been hot in here, man. You know what I'm saying? With all this stuff blowing on.
Even with hot all next week too, so prepare.
Yeah. And then oh man, but I ain't worried about it, man. It's what it is. You know, I'm dark, man. I can, I can take the heat.
You mean you melanated?
Yeah. Darker in hue. That's shit I'll say. Yeah, I'm darker in hue, so you know what I'm saying. By that, you know what I'm saying. Yeah, I can take the heat. But yeah, man, brother Steve. Hey, man. Also, bro, I got the site together. You know, you ain't been here in a while, man. You ain't been here in a while. You know what I'm saying? Everybody been looking for you too. So when you get a chance, man, go check this out right here, man. When you get a chance. You know what I'm saying? Tell me what you think. Hey, also, y'all, man, go check out the site, man. Man, get on the site, man. Merchandise on the site. We do custom work as well. That's all the beer gang merchandise, all the apparel merchandise. Off the block merchandise, all the beer game merchandise, all the beer conversation. Yeah, it's right there. I got it on the screen. You see it?
Yeah, but I was in chat.
Yeah. So make sure y'all go check it out, man. Support your boy, man. And man, you know, as soon as you order, man, you know, we'll get that to you immediately, expeditiously, as quick as we can. You know what I'm saying? So appreciate your support. Hey man, big ups to, I can't give a man, I keep shouting this brother out, man. Big ups to brother Steve Nunes, man. You know, he was on me, man. about Wall merchandise, as well as a few other people, man. And I was procrastinating, as brother Preston like to say, and he gave me that push, man, and I went on ahead and just got it together. Not it's still a few more perks and things that I got to do. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, yeah. Yes, TLS. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. You can hit that website, man, and man, hey, you know what I'm saying? I still got to go to the bank and do a few things with the bank to get the account link to it. Because I didn't want to, I got a lot of different accounts, so I didn't want those. I didn't want it to be tied to my personals or any other things I got going on. So I gotta make a direct business account for that pay. So, but for right now, you can pay with PayPal, and I also do Afterpay. You know what I'm saying as well, and Google Pay. You know what I'm saying, and we do accept all major uh, logos: Mastercard, Visa, American Express, and Discover. Oh man, but back to the good conversation, man. But yeah, but big ups to brother Steve News, man. Also, bro, you know what I'm saying, brother Steve, man. He put me in tune, man. You should check it out, man. I know you'll be interested. It's called the Skinny Podcast. When you get some time, it's interesting. You know what I'm saying? It's real
Put the
interesting.
link in the public chat.
Yeah. I'm doing that now. The Skinny. Yeah, but yeah, man. So Glenn B, the weather over here, man. It's hot, it's humid. It's 65 right now, but it feel more like 80. But that's our situation going. It rained. I think it rained earlier today in a few spots, but it didn't
Yes,
reach
sir.
over here. Yeah, but it didn't reach as far as where I was at over here. So I didn't get that rain, but I got the heat though. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, that's crazy, man. Also, man, I heard, brother, this is alarming, y'all. We need to be. Hey, listen, check it out. I heard recently. I was watching something. You know what I'm saying? So don't quote me on this, y'all. Don't quote me on this. This isn't exact information that they starting to ship people off to Mars, man, for this colony that they trying to get going up here, man.
That's been happening though.
Yeah, I'm talking about one way trips, no return trips.
But that's been happening.
Yeah,
We
nah,
talked
I'm
about
talking.
that. Like, why you want to return to this?
Yeah, well, because they saying, brother, that I don't know how. I see. Listen, I ain't gonna say I don't know how true it is. They saying we up there.
We've
We
been
as in
up there, up there.
yeah, and we up there. No, they no, G, not, I'm talking about up there living, like chilling, like we chilling here. Not
Yes,
with the
we call it colony. Yeah.
yeah, bro. That's whack. Cause when I first heard it, I'm like, huh? You know what I'm saying? Just
Yeah.
like even though like I believe in the alien thing. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people don't, but even like I believe in the alien thing, but still somewhere in the back of my mind, I'd be like, huh? You know what I'm saying? Like this vast place, all this energy, no, we can't be the only one. Even though I ain't never seen it, he ain't never came and spoke to me and touched me and nothing like that. But just like with this colony, man, because they say we can't live up there, you know. But they do say it's water. They do say it's water. It's got signs of water, and it's got signs of plant life. And we didn't send the people up there to terraform. So now with this terraforming, they saying we actually up there living and ain't no coming back. But do you think we can populate? Do you think we'll be able to populate it like we populating it here? Like we populating the earth? Like breaking the atmosphere and getting people like how will we build? Like will we stay in like space stations like you know what I'm saying? Or would it be like how it is now? Like cribs and I'm in the house, you know what I'm saying, on my computer and you know what I'm saying, miles away. And also, because I'm not sure, ain't Mars smaller than Earth?
Okay. So I'm sure asking your community of listeners. Are you asking me or what's?
I'm asking you. I'm asking you for right now.
Oh wow. Okay. So because you had another person pop in, I thought you was asking them. But you got to think about it like what's a good example? Japan and China. They have compartmentalized. I'm just trying to give you a broad visual of what's going on. It has been going on for a minute since they started making all these rocket shuttle runs. they've been trying to leave this planet alone for a minute. So how do you compartmentalize or pack a new colony of people into a different planet? You do like Japan and China's doing. You have apartments that are like we love like even the background right now. We love spacious places and nice little roomy places, but when you're talking about a new civilization or new colony, that don't exist. You got people living like the barracks or the army or whatever military branch, and it's compartmentalized so well that you can have a platoon of 1,000 or whatever. So it's not far fetched. It's just like we're not used to it because we have all these advances on civilization, but the resources are drying thin because you have people, they eating it up. I think it's like the universal calculation for human beings on Earth from the WHO organization. They're always trying to come up with we talked about this, a way to what do you call it? Cleave or cut down all the crops, which is human beings, so it can balance out. You go to a different planet, no matter how small or big it is, you're going to find a way. They have to have apartments that are not as big as you used to think they are, and resources that you utilize, just like rations in the military. It's not the same. So it's like it's a whole different civilization. You will even come to a point, and I've read some books on this, where you don't need as many, things materialistically anymore. You busy like living off a regiment just to survive because it's a totally frontier. I'm gonna leave that there. So yes, it is possible, and I don't know what most people are aware of, but they think the current way we're living right now is acceptable. But that has already changed, and you're going to be left here on this planet. And people with those golden tickets are going to move on and.
So I got a question for both, and then I got a question for just you right now. So we was talking about Juneteenth earlier, brother Tommy Black. Um, what is your take on Juneteenth? What do you think about Juneteenth? What do you think about the celebration of Juneteenth? What do you think about the abolishment of slavery? And what do you think about the article? If you heard any in the article that I read.
I didn't I am that we finally got a national holiday, even though I did get to go to work and participate in working on a holiday or whatever, but my organization didn't recognize it as being a holiday, as far as us getting double time or whatever. But we came a long way from slavery, so I get the Juneteenth, and they kind of let's say look out for us in a better light as far as a holiday. But it was a regular day, and people talking about these reparations. I don't get it, but even if we do get it, like, we do but go out and act crazy with the money.
All right. Okay. So now, and I'm glad you said something about reparations, but I'm gonna table that for after this question. I want to ask both of y'all. So, seeming that we sending people to Mars and we compartmentalizing and now question. So we're taking the technology to Mars, but we're not taking the lifestyle to Mars. How much of that do you think would affect the people or the colony or the new civilization that's trying to start and repopularize a planet? Well, what type of effect do you think that'll have? I'm asking that to both of y'all as far as being able to take the technology, but not really being able. I mean, you're going to benefit, but not being able to really benefit at first because, like Brother Fox, you said because it's being compartmentalized, and then we got to know if we leaving it, if we just up and leaving here, when you go somewhere else, yeah, it's not going to be the same, and we're not going to have the same luxuries. What do you guys think that would do? How do you think we would fare in a situation like that to grow? I'll ask Tommy Black.
I was
Go ahead, Fox.
What now?
I say go ahead, answer that one, then I'll come after you.
Okay, so basically, how do you think we gonna fare with bringing the technology with us, but not being able to, really, live the lavish life that we have, trying to, restart.
I think welfare fine. It's like you eliminate culture, right? And then we always talk about culture. But culture, because you got to understand, culture is a social construct. So if you take a sample, say a bacteria, which we are, a combination of things, to a different planet, and you remove what is used to, that organism is going to operate totally different. And you can't do any calculation or any speculation. So it has a chance to survive and thrive, because what we've learned here on Earth is, our culture. And if you break that down and you just start over, it's kind of like any Star Wars movie or anything else. You start anew. So with that said, it's no telling the possibilities, because you honestly remove all of the previous. I mean, it's still there in the blood systems and the DNA samples and stuff. I get it, as far as some remnants of the culture. When it comes down to it, you're on a different planet. That's one. So you got to adapt. Just like natural selection, we talked about biology, right? For my people that don't like biology and science classes. And then that organism has to learn how to regenerate or grow and live and learn in a different environment. So I think, that technology is going to accelerate that, to be honest with you, because the technology is going to look at everything that's wrong. It's going to do its algorithm, and it's going to do a correction. But you don't have those other human beings around you that keep on trying to promote the same culture. It's dead. You're on a different planet. You're isolated. It's kind of like when I went to Switzerland to study physics. I couldn't use my phone to call any of my people in Chicago. I had to learn how to live as a Switzerland native and do physics. And I was totally cut off from my culture. So I had to survive and thrive. I think it's the same exact situation. And a lot of us don't even know it's existing, or it has been happening for a minute. We're just sitting here, going about our lives. Pale blue dot. I told you about Carl Sagan. And on this earth, we're doing everything. Take that to a different planet, bro, a different star. If you try that same thing, it probably is near forgotten. Who the original people are, all that stuff, all the books, it's all burnt. You started fresh new. So how does that organism, how does that new species of humans survive? I'm gonna leave that there.
Yep. I'm piggybacking off that. Like I was thinking, if other civilizations doesn't move to Mars or any other planet, everything we doing down here on Earth is not gonna matter. Like Bearded just said, like, how we gonna build? How we the material up there? Cars, clothes, music, all that matter there.
Okay. All right. What's going on, Miss Lydia? Well, because I always say, because I think I asked this question before, y'all, like when we watching Star Wars, when we watching Mad Max, so y'all notice that when we watching any futuristic movie, the technology is there. Even Star Wars, the technology is always there, y'all, but they always living in a barren wasteland. You notice that? In any movie.
Somehow they survive. That's my point.
Yeah.
But they adapted like the dinosaurs.
Yeah. And then I thought you was gonna flat out say, well, hell, one of the reasons why we gonna flourish and survive because we ain't taking every damn body. So I thought you was gonna say that too, because I'm pretty sure that
I said that the World Health Organization calculation. That's why they leave them.
Yeah, that's what I would think. But not only just because of the World Health Organization, I would see. Well, if I'm trying to repopulate or restart, I will only take a few of the brightest minds. I would take a few corrupt too, because I want to see how, if we doing a social experiment to see how, if that bacteria or that organism can, what organism and what bacteria can adapt to this different environment. Just as Y'all even Total Recall, you know what I'm saying? Everything, like even especially with Total Recall, just like with the remember he had to put his hand to start the reactor. I think we talked about that too. We had to with the artificial air, with the
bro, because Total Recall is a great example. Further with the understanding of COVID,
and that's crazy.
It's been on spray cans for Lysol and cleaning agents for a minute, and we've never read the instructions. Always listed. It was a later version of COVID-19. It was like COVID 17, 18, all the way down, right? And we never paid attention to it until this epidemic. Now, check that. That chemical agent that's used, and the military does as well. They keep chemical agents from the bubonic plague all the way down in historical record, in case they got to do what is called chemical warfare, right? And you notice because you play video games like me, they keep those things. So think about the same thing as humans, because bacteria, again, I say all human beings are is bacteria. You can pray, you can do whatever you want, but you're just a really mutated version of a fucking bacteria. And that's why I say human beings are human beings. But people get mad at that. But it's true in science. Like you have like been evolved to a point where you are. And if you go back and you parallel what I'm talking about with COVID-19 and then human beings and their evolution, we're in our sixth extinction level, right? So the sixth extinction level would probably be everybody's at an exodus to a different planet. Culture is no longer what it is, and a new colonization has happened. The same thing as freaking a virus like COVID. This thing has been on ice for a minute in China, or Wuhan, or whatever, and somebody made a mistake, and then boom, everybody's sick. The same thing. So everybody, when they talk about colonization or going to another planet, as human beings, we're going to keep this trap card because we're curious to figure out, well, how will this survive if everything goes wrong? Because that's your worst genetic makeup, but it could be your possible savior. So you're dealing with a sci-fi type, I would say sci-fi type of thing.
Yeah. Look at Fox. Boy, see, we missed you here, man. Look, we missed you, Fox, man. Yeah, we love it when you in the building, baby.
You just miss me more. I'm sorry, man.
Yeah. Oh man, hey, most definitely, man. You know, big ups to you, man. Big ups to you for being, man.
Wow.
Now let me ask y'all a question. Off the grid, but still on the grid. Have you guys, all the watchers and followers out there, and Fox Down, Bearded, have you guys seen the movie They Live? It's an 80s.
Yeah. Yes, They Live with Roddy Piper.
Yeah.
I think that movie. He put the glasses on, and he had the glasses, and when he put the shades on, he was able to see.
Right. It obey and stuff.
Yeah. I think that was actually a good movie, man. You
but
know,
I would ask, did you see the article in the news? And it was by Harvard researchers in Chicago News. They say there may be aliens living amongst us. So how that feel?
Oh well, you know, we talked about that. Brother TLS mentioned the Nordic.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you know the Nordic gang. Yeah, you know, and actually, the government is classified. It's well, from what they didn't came in what they claim they didn't came in contact with. You know, several species of different types of aliens. Whether it's true or whether it's not, I mean, that's to be said. I mean, that's not whatever. But they here. I know they here, and I only reason I say that is because science is so like it's just so in depth. It's so much that we don't know. You know, so even with that, I can only imagine what's
Science
out there. You know, it's things here on the planet that we live on that we ain't never seen or never discovered. You know what I'm saying? That can, and when we find them, first thing before it become published in a medical journal or published by some or peer reviewed by a group. Oh man, is this alien to the planet? Where did this come from, and how did it get here? Especially, I remember when they found this new species of jellyfish. It looked alien-like. It didn't look like it came from here. You know,
I've been 9 feet, 12 feet or some joint.
Yeah, I've been seeing worms and stuff that they've been pulling out of the sand and out of the ground. Oh man, it's crazy, man. But yeah, woo. But
in the news, bro, in Chicago News, they also showed they displayed an obelisk that was crystallized, but it only showed itself when the heat got too hot. It's in the news. I gotta find the article. It's so many things about our planet that we don't know, but we're too busy being enthralled in our culture, who gang, who not, who affiliated, who not. And there are things in the sky that are happening that does not care about what your affiliations are or what you're doing as an insect on this planet. They're happening. And then there's people in the government that are like, yeah, we get migrate. They start this off, like you start the game over, like you got a new life in a video game. They're like, all right, forget this. We're gonna go there. And they got the money to do it. And it's been happening. Like, we're not gonna deal with all that goofy, and we're just gonna leave. We're gonna leave.
Man, I got a young brother, man, who just who been on the show for the past week or two, man. He in the military, and he been coming on conversating with me. And he in Japan right now, but he'd been in Antarctica. He mentioned a few things, and then he was like, well, we signed something called the page 13, so I can only talk about what's already been talked about. Other than that, I can't say. So I said, what about that hole over there in Antarctica? I said, well, what about the ice walls and what's over there? Oh man, that's nothing but a glacier. It's not. What do you say? Ain't no continents on the other side. So I said, well, what about the hole that go to the side of the earth then? He got quiet for. I say, so you didn't say them, they look like you. He ain't saying that, but I wasn't trying to get him in trouble, but he couldn't say certain things. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna lie, I was trying to pull it out about him. I kept trying, but he wouldn't budge, man. He wouldn't budge. But offline, and I ain't gonna even say this. But trust me, y'all. Like now, if they fooling them, they doing a hell of a job. But yeah, it's some shit out here that we just really don't know about. I ain't saying he told me. I ain't saying none of that, or he seen it, or none of that. But it's some shit going on that we don't know about, and it's really happening.
Yeah, in private circles, but they can extraterrestrial communication to find out where you at in the world, or to let you know there's some other stuff happening.
You know what I think about crop circles? My honest opinion, I think a drunk motherfucker mowing the lawn messed up and did that. That's what I think about those crop circles, man.
Some of them joints too precise. Like some of them too precise.
I mean, just like they say the pyramids is too precise. They say each stone was cut to lay the way it was laid. You know what I'm saying? From the cornerstone to, they were master builders. And so listen, and for me, the use of telekinesis is involved. I wouldn't think. The mudslide, I believe it was a bunch of different ways were used to construct the Great Pyramids. Even the young brother, man, his name Manny, I thought, the military brother, he had a great concept about how the pyramid it's a diamond. So the same thing that's above ground, it's below ground. So above it, man, he read it to me, man. Yeah, I had to pause for a minute, man, because he ran it over me, and I'm looking at him like, what? And he ran it to me. So he was like, man, the pyramid is a diamond. So, what's above is below the ground. And, he said, so what's above? So, man, it'd be below type shit. So he was like, and then you got to realize it's a capstone. So when the stars come out and certain stars hit, it shine on the capstone, right? I forgot what type of what was it? What was the capstone made of? But anyway, it illuminated through it illuminated through the pyramid. Look, it illuminated through the pyramid, and then it was a capstone at the bottom underneath the pyramid, and then it illuminated and it sent out energy. You know what I'm saying? And then they tried, and they trying to say that the pyramid actually produced hydrogen. You know what I'm saying? Which could have been a nuclear reactor. And then, and this was the way, because they say we invented lights and batteries and shit, but this was the way that them tunnels, this is why those tunnels was built the way they was built. So when them certain lights hit and they hit that capstone, it was lighting their way and guiding them through them tunnels.
So what you talking about? It's not crazy. It's about geothermal. Engineering. That's where you use light, just like the pyramids, as conduits of energy, because the solar light is radiation, and it comes through the pyramid in a certain way. I had to do research on this because I'm an old electrical engineer at heart, but it comes through the pyramid structure in a way that's similar to geothermal energy. You have houses that are built, they don't have no electricity installed, right? They don't have no heating system, nothing. But the way the light comes in the building, it pulls energy from the earth because of the conduits. So the energy comes in and bounces so many times, that ricochets so many times, the heat builds up, and you can control that by like controlling the mirrors where it bounces. And that's what he was getting at with when you triggered me. I was like, he's talking about how the light reflects or bends. And minerals, certain minerals can bend the light as conductors, and you can get heat without having electricity, water, thermal energy, any of that. It's just geothermal, as in geo, the earth. So that's what they did in essence. They talk about the engineering.
Yeah. And just like a lot of those stones at Stonehenge, a lot of people like Stonehenge, a lot of other monolithic figures. Y'all, just like with the island, the Omax heads on the islands. Do y'all know that a lot of those stones are still radioactive? And if you took a Geismar counter out there, it would be off the charts, the energy that those
Right.
stones emit.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm not gonna say these as portals or they was entry portals or exit portals, or I mean, who knows? We don't know. Or see, and another thing, this I didn't want to. I'm not gonna say the name because I don't want to give my channel flag, even though I do a lot. But the Sumerian group that people be talking about. So a lot of times, because I like when you say science and religion was once together.
Yeah.
Where they were one.
Yeah.
So I not saying because I don't believe in a lot of things. Even though I keep these books, I read these books, I study these books, and I do also take certain things out of these books. But why is it that it's like, especially when we was talking about evolution, and then you was talking about starting over and the terraform we got into? Why is it so hard to believe that? Especially when we got to talking about when I got to talking about the aliens. Why is it so hard to believe that? Because I'm saying this because I'm talking about the Mars. So this group of people actually left their planet and hopped on a ship that was like a planet that supported them because their atmosphere was actually falling. So they left their planet to look for gold, to bring gold to let gold loose inside of their atmosphere. And people always say gold ain't worth nothing. Gold is really the cheapest metal. But guess what? Gold is the most malleable metal. Gold is it's gold inside of any type of electronic that you have.
Going back to culture again, though, bro.
Yeah.
Gold is naturally accepted as the most malleable, but there's other minerals that we don't even know about on this earth, let alone other planets. So it's like, yeah, in our culture, universal. I'm not just talking about black culture. Universally, it's acceptable as far as bartering skills and all that because that's what's easy to transfer. But there are other minerals on the periodic table that have yet to been discovered that are more important. We just talking about the ones we know, though.
Oh yeah. So I was just saying that to say because when I asked about the going to Mars, the same way in ancient cultures when they describe stories of how people came here and how those people you know could have potentially splices and manipulated genes, or I like your bacteria and the stardust, not Big Bang because we didn't say none of that, versus coming from hominids. Because even that hominid had to be a bacteria before it formed into a hominid. You know what I'm saying?
Here's why I said we're all bacteria, though. We just don't like to call it that.
So, and everything don't develop and evolve the same. So I don't think we came from hominid or apes, especially with the separation of Neanderthals and how only a certain group. But anyway, that's irrelevant. But it's just about the moving of the people from one planet. This is how it was described in ancient times from the Sumerians. You know what I'm saying? If you look at the emerald tablets and if you look into their mythological belief, well, I'm sorry, spiritual beliefs, because I'm not going to disrespect, what I'm saying, because everything is a myth to me. But we all think it's spiritual. I'm sorry, I apologize. Y'all take it out, y'all take it. But I do love y'all. I just got a different understanding, and a different view. And I don't stray away from nobody's views. But again, like how they left their planet and they came here and they said, well, they spliced and manipulated our genes, and we're hybrids. Some people and some scientists say we could potentially be half human and half alien. I have heard this before.
Talking about like demigod status, you know where I'm at, right? You
Yeah,
could possibly, a lot of us could probably be demigods because of our mixture with certain planets and asteroids and stuff. But we don't want to talk about that because, and you hitting something we talked about a long time ago, tribalism. We're so content because there's also another topic we talked about, codependency issues. We're so content to be accepted in a certain populace is why we wear our materials, If I'm a Mason, I wear Masonic stuff. If I'm a Moor, I wear this. And then we still doing tribalistic battles. But at the same time, there are elements outside of us that show us we're all the same. Going back to that pale blue dot, that stardust stuff. We're all made of the same chemical elements, but yet we're battling here on this earth. And you got a pocket of people, 1%, they're like, yeah, F this. Go over to Mars. I'm gonna go to this other exoplanet.
Now I got a question for both of y'all.
What's that? What's going on, Miss Gigi? I see you, Brother Thomas. What's the question, bro?
Do y'all believe that this Brother Fox Dad just said we in the sixth sense of dimension? Do y'all think this realm of life is just a stimulation, and we go to something else after leave this body?
I'm gonna let you go first.
Because we all energy, so energy don't die. So like if we live in this energy, once this energy leave this realm, where does it go?
So I'm gonna ask. Okay, well, I'm gonna ask a question to try to answer your question to try to help me out. Have you ever seen the? It's on Netflix. It's called The 100.
I've heard of it. I haven't got to it. No.
Okay, so if you skip and fast forward all through the hundreds and go to the last season, right? So it was a being. It wasn't a god, but this being came in the form of something that was accepting to whoever it came in front of. Meaning whatever was made you at peace, whatever made you happy, whatever made you consoling and understanding and wanted to have a conversation.
Your perception of reality.
Yeah, it came to you as that, as you know, in that form. And so basically what they was trying to do was trying to see, could humans live together to change their reality and their perception. So different groups of people, different groups of humans. Some were alien humans. These were aliens. All of them wasn't the same. They were humans, but they all wasn't the same. But they looked the same. It kind of wouldn't be like, see, even like in the Sumerian thing where I was telling you about, even those people that came down here, they looked like us. They said they looked like us. You know, I don't know where we get these gray aliens. These they're not saying that they ain't different species, but because they did have a species that they had captured to do work that were gruesome looking people. So it's probably other joints out there that don't look humanistic, but those people yeah. So but at the end of this movie, so it was trying to get humans to coincide with each other, and every time a certain group of humans got with another group of humans, that group of humans was trying to take that other group of humans out. So at the end of all this, damn it, I don't want to spoil it for no. But anyway, if y'all ain't watched it, go watch it because it's still good. So at the end of all this being said, well, if you can get, it's kind of like how this Yahweh, Yeshua, Hawashai, whatever the hell y'all call him, Yahweh, how he came to Lot or Abraham. It was like, man, if you can find a couple of good people, I'll save y'all, and I won't. If you can bring me a couple of good people before I decide to want to kill all y'all ass, you know what I'm saying? I won't kill all y'all ass. You know what I'm saying? So pretty much this entity said the same thing. But anyway, basically, so she, is you God? No, I'm not God. Basically, it was energy, and once if humans were able to evolve to the point where they could solve their problems and be communal and live together despite what color, what size, what shape they was in, they were going to be able to elevate into this energy. Well, they could still come back in the form of whatever the fuck they wanted to be because they was an energy. So they were able to shape shift. They were able to be nuclear. They were able to go through the sun. These beings was already up in the stars and they've been here for years because, as you say, energy doesn't dissipate. Energy doesn't go nowhere. It just transfers into the next. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I believe reincarnation is. It's just the ability to recycle energy, having the ability to recycle energy. So for me, I think we energy. I don't think we go nowhere. I think we stay here. That's why, and if you notice, anytime I say something, I'll be like, man, we don't know how to reach out and grab. Our ancestors ain't going nowhere. They still here. They still trying to help us. We just don't know how to reach out and grab their energy and take their energy and use it. You know, just like with the sun for a lot of melanated people, that energy, that anger, that hostileness, that stress that we get when that sun hitting on us because it's hot, We don't know that's our chlorophyll. We don't know how to transfer that into positive energy. You know what I'm saying? And use it because it's feeding us. But that's just my theory.
Let me step in and help you out because I'm agreeing with you 100%. Be good. You avid comic book reader like me. So take for instance a remake. I gotta call it what it is. A remake of The Black Man was Superman.
Yes.
And you notice the color of the sun affects that man. It's gonna leave that
You know-
alone for a second. And he got stronger based upon the hue and color of the frequency of that sun, depending upon the planet. So when we get intensified, I'm seeing where he's going. Yes, we're a different type of organism, but we don't know how to handle that. So you remove all external crap like social media, everything, and you focus on that. That's why a lot of us, I believe, I'll use think, I believe or feel, because when I say think, I'm talking science. I believe, yeah, there's some component of our genetic structure that is more receptive to solar energy, right? Versus the stuff that we're dealing with here. And it takes a little bit of discernment or discipline to understand how to manifest it.
Mm-hmm. And also the moon emits a certain amount of light too. So the moon, it's
and rain moon too.
It's certain organism that the moon creates, just like it's certain organism and bodies that the sun creates. And a lot of people don't like to talk about that. And that's not metaphysical, that's actual science as well. And you can get metaphysical. They trying to make metaphysical.
I wasn't being metaphysical, I'll be esoteric. You know me.
I know, but they say because they try to say metaphysics it's pseudo. But the same way the sun creates and helps feed organisms, the moon does as well. So again, I tried to speak against, but I did not cut it back but that's how we get different type of creatures and different type of beings and stuff living on our planet as well.
You're right. Your bioluminescence is science. Yeah, you look at waters, some organisms they glow in the water for a reason.
Yeah. Hey man, you got some good questions, man. Hey, you trying to be an interviewer, brother?
Who, me?
Yeah. I said you got some good questions. You trying to be an interviewer, brother?
I mean, I'm smart. I'm at the same time too, my boy. I get a lot of music.
No, you know what? My whole audience is intelligent, man. For my moderators, man, that like to go back and forth with me because they like to see me trip. You know what I'm saying? To the people in the chat, all my overseas brothers and sisters, all my in-state melanated, but man, I honestly, I believe my chat is top tier, man. Even the ones that come in, the trolls. Once they come in and they find the conversation inviting, the things that they put in the chat, the ideas, the philosophies, man. Like I got some of the best chat in the world. And then I get some of y'all people, man, that come on random, y'all. I get people that hit me up. No BS, man. People they might tune in or they might rewatch, and they was like, man, like damn, what made y'all talk about that? Y'all know, man, I had to go get a book and don't get me wrong, nothing even though I didn't throw my disclaimer out there, man. Let me let y'all know, man. The thoughts, views, and opinion conversations are the thoughts, views, and opinions of us.
Where does this disclaimer?
We don't mean to harm or to offend. And the thoughts of my
I was looking for it, and you started talking.
All the thoughts of the panelists. You know what I'm saying? So don't take anything shown on this video stream for face value without consulting the proper a professional consultant. Because we don't want you robbing no banks. We don't want you starting no revolts. Telling your boss what he could take, how he can turn it sideways.
Oh, this is all conjecture. Don't take it too serious.
Yeah, it's for informational, educational, and edutainment purposes only, with the underlying and undertone on edutainment. But again, so some of the things that we speak about now, some of these things. Now, don't get me wrong. Some things are based in facts. Because I tend to don't just like to pick a news article and read it to y'all, or hear somebody talking about something and try to bring y'all a discussion. Sometimes these discussions, I really have these discussions with other people, so sometimes these things really be on my mind, and sometimes I can only have these type of conversations with you guys, and I love that. So again, with that being said, like some of the information is opinionated. Some of it can be factual, but we don't want you taking the opinionated and not the factual. Just like any just like any researcher, a person that does research. I'm talking about in history. I'm talking about in archaeology. I'm talking about in anthropology. I'm talking about in biology, physics, mechanics, and anything. That's why they got peer review groups. Everything is not everything. That's why when I said earlier, you know, if everything was absolute, we wouldn't still be learning about things. We change laws and we change science every day. Not saying that there's no such thing as a fact, but things changes. When the environment changes, when we call things to change, things change. Now we have to do other type of observations, and now we have to do other type of experiments. Now we have to, record, data from different times to see how things adjust and see if things match up. The
Yeah,
numbers, the
yeah,
math game. Yeah, the math game. You know what I'm saying? And everything is math. Even this matrix. And to answer your question, because I don't really think I answered your question. Yeah, I think we in a fucking matrix. Yeah, I think we in a matrix, man. Just like when I be telling people to watch Billy Carson, man. He into this thought got hard. He said Thoth walked to the edge of the earth, and when he looked over, well, the edge of the world, and when he looked over, it curved, and all it did was just complete a circle. But amongst this circle, all he seen was O's and ones and numbers. I'm like, huh? So I thought to myself, so now I'm looking at a map, and now I'm looking at a grid, and I tried to pitch because I really tried to uh, uh, imagine or put myself in the realm of thought or the realm of the story that the guy was trying to say about being, because I believe in this matrix thing. um just like when I spoke earlier about the light, the particles, this is not really a solid. It's a lot of things that we don't understand, so why couldn't we be inside of a matrix? If all this is light, and it can be controlled, and it's somebody up there pulling the strings, with such an advanced technology, and not even advanced technology. We just got to understand ourselves. We got to understand molecules, atoms, protons, neutrons, electrons, phasing. Watch Flash. A lot of the things that they put on TV, yeah, it's not real, but a lot of that shit is true science. Watch Flash. Watch this, and it gives you good ideas. Watch the 100, even if you don't watch the whole series of the 100. Just go to the end and watch that scene with that entity that I was talking about, and how it ascended, and how it was trying to get humans to ascend to be a better and more enlightened people. Even, and speaking of that, just like with the group of people that came here that Billy Carson's be promoting, they came here with the aspects of telling the people that they created, well, guess what? You're going to be better than me. You're going to be a better people than what we are. We didn't made you greater than what we are. You know what I'm saying? Until we understand that, until we wake up and open up our consciousness and start using all of our cerebral, not just the left side or the right side or the back side or the frontal cortex. You know what I'm saying? We need to use it all, and just started. I ain't saying believe in anything I'm saying, but we got to believe in each other. I think each other is the solution to a lot of this shit. I believe each other is a solution to a lot of the conversations we be having. Even about understanding this matrix, G. You know what I'm saying? Because I believe in the 6 degrees of separation. You see what I'm saying? So that's another reason why I can believe we in the matrix. Everybody,
uh,
bro. You know how
and,
many people?
and
I'm sorry.
it,
Go ahead.
it, I mean, my fault. It's we all in and piggybacking on what you just saying. Like, how many times you heard your elder say, "Man, you sound like your mama," or "You sound like your old chief," because the energy hasn't died, and then it carried on into you. You know how many years I've been hearing about how much I remind people of my OG or vice versa or my daddy, like, because they energy didn't die, just carried on into us, or your cousin or your brother or whoever passed on, and that energy didn't go nowhere. It had to find somewhere to go, whether it split itself into the universe or into other family members that was close to him.
Yeah, that's facts, man. That's fact. Hey, man, you doing more talking tonight than you did when I was asking you about your music, man. Ain't that something?
Before, hey
Yeah,
man,
man.
hey, like you said, you got to open me up. Hey, I'm very intellectual, but I got to feel comfortable with talking to somebody who I feel is smart. Versus, a wise man can play a fool, but a fool could never play a wise man.
Yeah, but you know what though? Listen. So even with that, like, so a lot of, let's just say I got a lot of people like the way I talk or like the way I sound, even if I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. And a lot of times, I might think, we just speaking hypothetically, and I might think, well, damn, why am I drawing this type of crowd? And I know damn well either they don't understand what I'm saying, don't get what I'm saying, or don't know nothing about what I'm talking, but they still want to listen. They still want you don't want to hear you. You know, it's not always um about conferring with like minds. You know what I'm saying? Because I believe that everybody is capable of understanding and learning. You know, it's just about a time or the way they learn or how they intake the information. You know what I'm saying? So just when if you're talking to somebody who you think you can't have these type of conversations with, you'd be surprised. Even if they don't do nothing but listening, it helps you. You know what I'm saying? It helps you. But I get what you're saying, that to have a discourse with people that can go back and forth and have, different opinionated type discussions, and can be devil's advocate or can agree, or we can look at a certain subject and be like, damn, you know what? Yeah, you right. It can be invigorating. It can be exciting, you know what I'm saying, when you have a good discussion, a good conversation with, like-minded people. But I still wouldn't and I do this. Sometimes I don't like talking to certain people, but and I have to tell myself, you got to stop being like that, because people like to, man, because people like to listen to that type of shit, bro. Like that. Why you think a lot of people flock to these churches? You know what I'm saying? They like to listen to. So man, and then you know what? Also, you can teach yourself a lot too when you're talking to these type of people. You know what I'm saying? Because you can learn a lot from a dummy. Buckle up your safety belt. Just saying. I'll just say it. I'll just say it. You know that phrase. But yeah, man. Hey, so what you talking about so since I got you, Brother Fox had to go, y'all, he is teaching summer school, so that brother had to get up out of here and get himself prepared and ready for his day tomorrow. Big ups to that brother, man. It's always a pleasure when Brother Fox come through, man. On any day. I appreciate you for stepping in the building on Thumpin Thursday, man. Having great discourse with us, man. We appreciate you to the fullest. Now, you that what you sent me. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. What was that? Just that was just a beat.
It's partially making it, partially like halfway put together, and it's old. Like my son just graduated, dude. He was like 3 years old, but it's still bang.
Let's see.
But yeah, like I say, I get all my conversation and frustration now through music. And then if I'm not comfortable talking to you, like I want, like you done told people, you know me better than anybody. So like you done told people like, and I don't think your cousin like me. Man, he don't know you. He not gonna just gravitate towards
Right. So, um, you just want us to hit it. So, let me see.
you. Fast beginning with him and all that, because he's sitting on my lap. You can fast forward past the beginning
Yeah,
and just play the.
I'm just. Hey, I'm gonna play it. I ain't gonna play the video because I can play the video too. But I gotta do. I'll play it though. I'll do that. So let me do this. You know what I'm saying? Hey man, and we all hey, also man, hey brother Steve, this brother right here, man. He a good producer, man. He get out, he do his thing, he do his thing.
I was on the show last night and he was asking about a hot rap or
I'm Black in the building once again. All praise to Allah, peace to the gods. Got some twin part 2 up in the building today. Next generation of beat making, music making, ramming, whatever you want to do. Play something.
Boy, your son,
so there's gonna be beats part 5. So that means 5% praises all day. But check this beat out right here.
They got you too, huh? Nation of God. 85%. 10%. 5%. Yo, music by Tommy Black. Music by Tommy Black. Beats by Black. I like that. I like that. I like that. That's that superhero. That's that superhero. Hey, that's dope. Hey, that was dope. Hey, man, I get a lot of my music, find a lot of my music, what I'm saying? It be like a lot of my intros and outros be like a lot of different, what I'm saying, artists, who make beats. Hey man, make me something jazzy, man. Make Bearded Conversation something jazzy to open up to, man. Make me something jazzy to open up something too, man. It's gotta be hard. It's gotta be I want heavy drums. You know what I'm saying? I want some of that superhero. I want it all over the place. It's got to be a bearded conversation. When you hear that beat, you be like, yeah, that's a bearded conversation. That's fit for the show.
Hey,
You know what I'm saying?
why don't you come?
Yeah. Look. Hey, Professor Reed. Hey, Professor Reed won't say who house you this stove, bro. Hey, this is my Airbnb, man. I'm in my Airbnb. Big ups to Professor Remo in the building. I'm in my Airbnb. Hey man, y'all in the building, man. If y'all ain't hit that like button yet, man, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and thumb up the video, man, and share the content with those you know and those you don't, man. Hey, smash that like button and follow your boy on all social media platforms: TikTok, Twitch, Instagram, and Facebook. And when you get here, you know what to do. Hit that like button and share the content, man. Put your boy in the algorithm, man. Build a conversation, man. In the building with Tommy Black Allah and the rest of the family in the chat, you know what I'm saying, doing our big one, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, and don't forget to check your boy out, man, every Monday through Thursday, 9 to 11, 9 p.m. Central. You know what I'm saying? Every Monday through Thursday, 9 p.m. Central. Hey, also, y'all, man, this platform, man, if y'all got music, if y'all do music, if y'all writing books, if y'all do anything out here in the community, or if y'all got something going on and you want people to know about it, and or you need people to be a part of it, man, you're more than welcome to come on a platform here and be a conversation, man, and promote and help. You know what I'm saying? As long as it's positive, as long as it's productive, as long as it's conducive to the program that we got going on here. You know what I'm saying? I always support. But yeah, man, brother Black, man, yeah, man, get us something nice over here on Bearded Conversation, man. I wouldn't
Hey,
mind giving me, you know what I'm saying, getting the beat from you, man, and putting it in my archives, man, so I can open up the show with it sometime, you know.
hey, and now that we live and we live streaming, and you got
I
your,
can't hold on. I can't even hear you, brother. Did you go on mute?
can you hear me?
Hold on. Let me see what didn't happen. I know what didn't happen. Go ahead.
I say
All right,
now that we
go down.
streaming, everybody listening and following, tuned in to the show. How about you come over here and assist me in the studio and make you something?
Here you go, man. Here you go. Yeah, because I got a few, you know what I'm saying? I got a few, you know what I'm saying, ideas, you know what I'm saying? I dibble them dabs, you know what I'm saying? I dibble them dabs. Hey, also, y'all, man, hey, before we get up out of here, man, I don't usually do this though. Hey, make sure y'all go check out Dan Soul Food and Bakery, 2523 West 79th Street. Make sure y'all go check out Lynn Chicago Pizza via Lux Rextro, 17561 South Kedzie. Make sure y'all check out Cafe where grown folks play, 17553 South Kedzie. Both of them in Hazelcrest, Illinois. And if you're in the surrounding South suburban areas, don't forget to go check out the House of Health and Wellness, located 1400 Torrance Avenue, Suite 213. When y'all get that, let them know Bearded Conversation sent you. Also, like again, like again. Also, again, like I say, man, if you got any music, if y'all got something y'all want to tell the people, let the people know, you're more than welcome to come on the platform. If you got a topic of discussion, you're more than welcome to come on the platform. Or if you just want to interject and tell me I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, you're more than welcome to hit the link in the chat and come on and tell me so. You know what I'm saying? But and man, I just want to say big ups to again to brother Steven in the chat, man. Big ups to all my moderators, man. Hey, big ups to Master Teacher, man. You know, man, big. I want to give a big ups to that brother, man. Especially big ups to Master Teacher Fox, man. You know, the brother, a teacher. You know, he out here every day in the trenches. You know, the things that we talk about, especially when we talk about trying to get our youth to be in a positive spot, to be in a better light and a better place. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me. You know, big ups to him for always just you know, man, supporting the community, supporting the youth. You know, even when he not teaching, you know, the brother teaches robotics. You know, big up to him. Also, big ups to all our graduates this year, 2024. That's coming out of 8th grade, high school, college, and big ups to all the people that's continuing their education, man. You know, big ups to all those people, man. That's doing a big one. You know what I'm saying? That's greatly appreciated. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying, they learn something and bring something back to the community and help build up the community structure, you know. But with that being said, man, you know, it's 10:53, you know how I do, man. I let my panelists usually close out with a little bit something about either tonight's discussion or something that they want to say, or some type of friendly type of advice that they want to get to the people, or whatever that's on your heart you want to say. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, I'm gonna give you this time, brother Tommy Black. You know what I'm saying? My 5% brother, to talk to the people.
Shout out to all his followers. Me on the music. I let him hit his cash app, bearded bucks with a Z. Continue to follow this brother. He talk a lot of conscious thoughts, a lot of deep conversation, and I'm just willing to chime in when I can. I'm trying to open up to my background, but I want to get him to shine. So, like I say, continue to follow him, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, share the music, share the website, and holler at me, Mega Teaks. That's my channel for right now, and you can go on and see some of my older music. And I'm gonna give it back. I'm gonna give it back to my compadre. Cause
Yeah, hey, yeah, appreciate that, man. Make sure y'all, hey, go to the Mega T space, y'all. The Mega T's page, y'all. Follow the brother, man. The brother got a lot of good beats up there, a lot of good music. So before I let you go, I do want to ask a question. So all this music, man, that you got, like, you ain't trying to shop it out or do nothing with it. You just got it.
I am. I just got it stored. I don't have to make a tomorrow, next week, next month. Like I just got
Yeah.
it stored.
Yeah, you
So
got somebody to cycle through if they want to, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. All right,
yeah,
all right. So you got R&B tracks and not just hip hop. You got some R&B tracks, you know what I'm saying? You got some
beat tracks. I got some off the wall drill. I got some off the wall rock.
Okay. I just want to make sure you know what I'm saying, you diversify, you know, because this a new era, you know what I'm saying. But hey, also, man, don't forget y'all check out the page, man. Off the block _beergang.apparel. That's the Instagram. Check it out. Look at some of the merch, and also once you get through there, hey man, go to www.odb-beergang.appeal.com, man, and shop with your boy, man. Right now we got the PayPal set up. You know what I'm saying? I take installments. You know what I'm saying? Shop with your boy, man. Hit your boy up. It's good quality merch. You know what I'm saying? I might go on and I might drop the prices down real quick for the people. You know what I'm saying? I think I'm gonna do that. I think I'm gonna go in there and slash some prices. You know what I'm saying? Uh, 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 you know, because again, like I said, I did it trying to hurry up, man. Like I say, big ups to brother Steve, man, to give me the push. Also, man, big ups to Lil Snuff, man. Even though, you know what I'm saying, we talked shortly and briefly. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying, I can engage in a lengthier conversation with that brother from the Skinny Podcast and get some things going. Hopefully, or maybe I can get that brother to come over here and maybe join the conversation or maybe interview that brother about, you know what I'm saying, his time and podcasting, or his time or his journey, or what chose or what made him want to do that particular type of podcast, something like that. So Yeah, and also y'all go check them out. It's you know, they be on some mafia, you know what I'm saying? They don't like snitching, loyalty type shit. And also they be on some real shit. You know, they talk about real topics as well. So I like it, man. Go check it out. You know what I'm saying? I'm not I wouldn't tell y'all to go check out nothing. I don't support and I don't like. Um, you know, and then it's different. So you know, man, just check it out, man. Big ups to my co-host, man. Big ups to L Boogie, man. Big ups to brother Roscoe. You know, I know they be here sparingly or in and out, but big ups to them brothers, man. Out there working hard, doing what they doing. You know what I'm saying? Also, you know what I'm saying? I just want to tell everybody, man, I love y'all, man. We're a family here on Bearded Conversation, like I tell every night. Without y'all, it wouldn't be no us here. So let's try to keep our family, everybody, man. Let's keep each other in our prayers, thoughts, views, and meditations, man. And let's try to keep each other covered so we can be prosperous and keep building. You know what I'm saying? So we can be prosperous and keep building, man. Hey, so with that being said, I know brother what's my man, brother Roscoe ain't here, but you know, like he say, every black, well, he ain't say black. I used to say that, but we changed it. Every superhero need their theme music, and y'all my beautiful people, and y'all my melanated people.
Hey, well, hold on before you drop that music, man. Get him a 1.5 on location date.
1.5 location date. Let me see. Wednesday, Thursday. We could try the week out the next. I can see, but you know, you could my truck down.
Folk,
You know,
I'm not like
yeah,
be on the phone. Come on.
Yeah. Well, you know, you got okay. Well, shit, you know, we could try next Wednesday. Then we could do it on the not this Wednesday coming up, but the Wednesday after that. You know what I'm saying? Hey, so you know, I just set it up, y'all. So not this Wednesday coming up, but the next wild ass Wednesday, man, we gonna be live, and up close and personal, and you know what I'm saying, in the brother studio where he create. So hey, be in tune and check it out, man. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, probably be some good things come out of that. You know, I might make me a beat, put something on the track or something. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, man, Roscoe in the building with me because Roscoe has something to get to the people, man. He had like some little rap / spoken words during he want to get it to the people, man. He put everybody in it. It's funny, man. Y'all, I think y'all enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? But hopefully he there with me when you know we do part 1.5. But
All right, drop that beat, end it
yeah,
out. Peace
yeah.
out, subscribers. Tommy Black out.
Hey man, like he say, man, drop my beat. But like brother Roscoe say first before we get to that beat, man, like my man Roscoe say, man, all superheroes do not wear capes. I can't stress that enough. I love y'all, man. Y'all my beautiful people. Y'all my fellow Buildonians, man. Hey man, like I tell y'all, man, hey, wouldn't be no us without y'all. With that being said, we out. Y'all for joining me on the panel, man. Big ups to my family in the chat. Big ups to Freddie, man. Big ups to Glenn B. Big up to Miss Lydia that stepped in. Big ups to all my moderators. Big ups to Diablo. There go Maniac. I wanted you to come on, man, and conversate with my boy Fox. Hey, maybe Monday I can get both of y'all back in the building, man. Hey, man, like I tell y'all every night, man. Those that fuck with us. Those that don't, fuck with us anyway, man. Hey, every Monday through Thursday, 9 through 11, man, 9 p.m. Central Time, man. Same black time, same black channel. And I'm out. Hey, I needed to be something like this. Man. Hey, peace, my beautiful people. Peace.